Hi guys, in today's video I'll be showing you a few different projects using polymer clay and eyeshadow or metallic pigments. This is my first time uploading in a while, so if you like this video be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So without further ado, let's get started. Our first project is the Rainbow Crackle charm. I'm going to start by cutting out the shape of the charm and then smoothing out any harsh edges. Next, we're going to be applying the pigments. I'm using an eyeshadow sponge for this part. You do want to use pigment that is metallic and also vibrant colors. You can go back with a clean brush to blend the colors also. Now you can start drawing in the crackle pattern. I used a needle tool, but you can use a toothpick instead if you don't have one. You would do this by lightly tapping and dragging the needle tool into the clay surface. I did use a reference picture the first time I did this project, but for this video I did freehand it, which you can do as well. I will continue to show this process a bit longer, but if you do want to skip ahead to the next step, I will include a timestamp down below in the description. sculpting, I used a brush tool to create texture on the edges of the charm. You would bake it and finish with a glaze to seal in the pigment. The next project is going to be a galaxy charm. For this I used a glitter black clay instead of the plain black clay, which gives the effect of stars. Using an eyeshadow sponge again, I'm applying pigment in blotches all over the charm. The colors I used were blue, purple, and pink, and a glitter black at the end to blend everything out. Is a steampunk style heart. I started by tracing the heart and cut it out using a blade. However, there is an easier way to do this as well. You can start by rolling out a ball of clay, flatten it, and shape the bottom half of it to form a point. For the top of the heart, you can use a blade to cut out a triangle at the very top, and then you can smooth it out with your fingers. Otherwise, you can use the method shown in the video. But this method is usually used if you want to create a unique shape that you can't make otherwise. Next, we're going to be creating an opening on the top of the heart. I'm going to start by using a needle tool to trace out where I want it, and then I used another sculpting tool to scoop out any excess clay. To smooth out any edges, you can use a ballpoint tool. I also used a brush tool and a metal stamping tool to add some texture. Amazon. I like to use these ones because they're nice and small, but other retailers sell them as well. You can use your needle tool to help guide them into place, and then I do try to layer them on top of each other to add some depth. Next, I'm going to be sculpting a belt to add on top. Using my needle tool, I'm also going to add a stitching pattern to it. To attach the belt, I would recommend using a little bit of liquid clay on the back of it. This will help it to bake onto the heart so that it doesn't come off after you bake it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!